Well, folks, wherever you are following or watching this from British Africa, and we are live here in Marshall City, Margibi County, with the Shiloh Global Ministry, and we're going to be talking to the founders of the Shiloh Global Ministry as per their ongoing project here in Marshall City, Margibi County. So we going to talk to Reverend and Mr. Bidel about this project, the vision bearer of the Shiloh Global Ministry. Welcome, Reverend Bidel.
Thank you. Thanks for having me.
Today we are here on your side. Tell us more about this place.
Hello, first. My name is Reverend Harriet Bidel, founder of Shiloh Glorious Ministry, and that's my husband, Alfred Bidel, Sr. Shiloh Glorious Ministry is a place of hope. This vision started from a place of hope, and it has been established to implement ways to help the underprivileged. Ministry in 2007 in the U.S., and along the wayside, 2022, God has blessed us with this place, and we have decided to establish a community center and a school. Over the last few years, we have been coming every year and getting to know the people in the community, having some festive time with them, food, drinks, and personal supplies, books, and what have you. And this place is going to open up the doors for many children who would not have had the opportunity to go to church. So we're just giving God the glory and just thanking God for this vision. It has been going on, and as you see, work is going on.
Yeah.
I want to bless God. When it's finished, it's going to provide jobs for many others, opportunities for students, and there are many doors going to open because coming from a place, I remember growing up in Liberia many years ago, and it was tough. God made a way. We went to the United States, and through His provision, trying to give the same opportunity.
Alive here. Welcome to From Africa, Mr. Bidel.
Yeah, thank you. Thank you very much for showing up this afternoon. It's very beautiful now.
I'm seeing with a huge plan projecting what is now being built. Some of Liberia construction engineers here. So tell us more about this plan in this place.
Well, as my wife had just stated, this is going to be a community hall. First, when we started, we thought that we just wanted to put a hall there, and we made the plans and everything. But as time went by, we decided, you know what, this is a community that is growing, is young, and a lot of things are happening. So we included a school on the other end. So later on, when we walk through, I should give you a breakdown of it. So it's community hall / a school. Then, oh my goodness. Then we have an apartment in the back of it. Yes, we have an apartment. It's going to be 4 bedrooms up there, self-contained. And it's going to have a balcony. You're going to walk around. Also, on the other side of where the school is, it's going to be classes downstairs and upstairs. And there are going to be staff offices and whatnot, and another space for general support.
Do you have a specific duration of this construction? How many years you intend to build this?
Well,
To the grace of God.
I can come in and she can comment on that.
Yeah.
Well, I think it's been almost, 3 years now, 4 years?
it took 2 years.
Yes, we purchased this before COVID at the same time. And then we actually started doing this project, I think about 2 years ago. And this year, this one here is work has been put into it right now. As you can see, all the pillars there's required, been erected and so forth. And that's what, but I think if everything goes well, we're going by faith. We said maybe within the next 2 years, 3 years, we should be looking pretty good and so forth. Who knows?
Okay, Mr. Bidel.
I'm glad you say by faith.
Yeah.
I believe, and I'm quite sure you all know, that there is nothing impossible with God.
Yeah.
So I'm visualizing as soon as possible. I know my husband said 2 to 3 years, but who can tell? We just trusting God every step of the way. And I believe that as He has given us this vision, He is a provider. And the Word of God says He is a provider to those who will diligently seek Him. And we're seeking God every day. So with God, I can visualize very soon, a year or 2 or so, we trust in God.
You seem very passionate about young Liberians, specifically underage kids. What have been the driving force to you very passionate about young and underprivileged Liberians?
Yes. I grew up from the beginning with a single parent. My daddy was not in our lives from the beginning, and my mother raised us. It was challenging. We went through many challenges. Thank God we have a father who came in after many years. But based on my past experiences, I would look to see, I don't want other children to go through the pain and the suffering in many ways. So if I can help someone to prevent them from experiencing what I went through, it's going. Besides that, when it comes to God, the Bible, He teaches us to love our brothers and our sisters. And so it's this love about making a difference in the lives of our children. Because I believe when we can do so, the future of Liberia is going to be better. Liberia has suffered a whole lot the last 3 years. And just being here, I'm telling you, people, it is challenging in this nation. Yes, there are many positive things going on in development, but the people are suffering. There is a young child we spoke about 2 years ago. She's in the school and has been there for 2 years. We have her on scholarship. But the first time I met that baby, she was in the hot sun selling some chicken. Another young man, we have helped the mother. They have 5 children, and he's the only one right now with the opportunity to get into school. Then the parents right now, even the children are in school, but they cannot even afford a lunch. So we bless God for the school that we have them enrolled in. They have lunch, breakfast and lunch. So those are the things that we're looking at, because we want like many solutions to be served in the street. If you can keep them engaged, you can keep them from the street. And I believe having this place will be an example to keep them busy with many activities for tomorrow's future. So it is my dream, it is my passion to just do what I can, and God will do the rest.
It was just last week, Saturday, again, the Shiloh Global Ministry had a program where they fed over 200 and some more kids in some of the same Marshall area. So one bit, why with the Marshall? Most of the activities have been centered around this Marshall community.
Okay. It was about over 300 children, but Marshall is the place that God has established us first. But not only Marshall, because when I come to Liberia, I have a base.
This has been your base.
My base has been the Shiloh's Glorious Church. It started from Dupo Road and into Dwazam, where my parents, Reverend and Dr. Kreku, Reverend Dr. Kreku and Mother Kreku are the founders. But the pastor is, I'm getting excited, his name and all going, oh my Jesus.
Jackson.
That's Pastor Jackson.
Okay.
A young fellow who has been doing very well with the other ministers and members in the church. So when I'm in Liberia, that's my base. We started from there, being around, but we are in Marshall because we want the community, what's going to take place. So in order for them to know what's going to take place here, we have to go out in the field. So it's been the last 2 or 3 years. We've been from schools to the towns. We've been other places with the outreach to let them know exactly what is going to take place.
You've actually been doing extremely well, beginning with some charity, and now you are constructing this huge project here in the Marshall community, Margibi County. Do you get that to us in terms of support? Where do you have your support for all of what you've been involved with and keep doing in the lives of the underprivileged young Liberians?
That is a great question you asked. The first thing, the support comes from above, from God. I believe, like I said, with Him, there's nothing impossible. Then about 80% of the support, we have a small outreach ministry in America, Shiloh Glorious Ministry. We work together, and my husband has been significant. Then we had We have 2 churches right now partnering with us. And I just want to say thank you again to the CLC Family Church in Oxford, PA, and the First Presbyterian Church in Lansdowne, also partnering with us. And in the past, we had the Christ Haven Church, the late Bishop William Todd, who has been very significant in my life. They have been helping up in the past, and we have members and family and friends. But mainly, the bulk of this, the finances comes from the small ministry we have in America, plus my husband and I. Yeah.
So what if somebody is following this live podcast and wanting to be a help to this initiative? How can they keep in touch with you?
We are open to help. We have a website. You could go on shilohgloriousministry.org. And on the website, you're going to see information how to give assistance if you like to do so. We'll highly appreciate it. It is needed.
Yeah, you are doing extremely well here. This is from West Africa, and we are live here in Marshall City, Margibi County, where a non-governmental organization based in the United States of America, named and styled Shiloh Global Ministry, has been touching the lives of several underprivileged Liberian kids based within this community and other environs. And they have come now outside of charity work they've been doing. Today we are here touring their facility that is being built here in Marshall, a very huge project that according to them will include a hall, a school building, and also some guest house to host people. So we're going to tour this area. Keep following as we begin our tour of the Shiloh Global Ministry Center and soon to be school. Very massive project now being ongoing. As you can see in this video, our construction workers are working very hard to ensure that this dream become reality in the soonest possible time through the grace of God and that of the Shiloh Global Ministry. So we are now touring the Shiloh Global Ministry Center that's been built here in Marshall community. Mr. Bidia will also talk us through as we go along this tour.
This is the main auditor or the hall. This, I think, is about 40 square footage here. I think the sitting capacity might be up to 300 to 400 or maybe more sitting, right? So this hall is, first it was designed to face that way, but then we realized some adjustments we needed to make. So now this building is going to be positioned this way.
Okay.
Yes, it's going to have another lobby built in front of it, and it's going to be where we have a drop-off point, you know, here around the So where you'll stand, behind you is going to be a lobby. There's going to be doors right there, double doors on each side. Then right in the center here is going to be a stage. I believe that stage will be 13. Make that right up to 15. You know, in weight, and the length would be 30. So that's a good stage. And then back here would be the facilities, male and female bathrooms and so forth. As you can, if you come no closer, where they're working. There's going to be stairs here that will take you up to the upper level where we're going to have the 4 units up there. And this is going to be a corridor. This is going to be an exit, as you can see through there. The restrooms for both males and females, and we have utility rooms there, and kitchens in the back.
Keep following this from Beach Africa, and we are touring the Shiloh Global Ministry Center, which is green.
Female restroom. That's the male over there. Another corridor. This room right here would be our storage and utility room in the back there. You know. We also walk straight through it. It'll take you through here. This on my left is the utility room where you'll find all your meters, hot water tanks and so forth, your electrical panel box and so forth. This is your storage. Anything that hall needs in terms of chairs, tables, and all that stuff like that. Yeah, this will be our storage. And this is going to be a functional kitchen.
Okay.
Right here. So anyway, this is the kitchen right here. And when you leave this kitchen, this will also take you to this section. It's going to be sealed. This is where the section is for the school. So that wall divides
The hall
the hall
and out of the school.
and where you stand. If you go back a little bit more, it'll be from that. I think it might be 17 by so forth. I have to look at my paper, but this would be the downstairs level holds about 4 classrooms, 2 offices, make that 3. No, 2 offices and a speaker's lounge. And they will also have the second floor as well. So there are going to be 2 stories up there, and then you follow around with the balcony is going to go around, and you have also 2 stories where the apartment is going to be. Yes.
So this is massive, and we want to say thank you for your involvement in the development of Liberia.
Right. So further back, just to explain to you that we have restrooms on the side. We also anticipate also going to have restrooms on this side, but when the hall is really busy, the hall will also have access to those restrooms as well.
Yeah.
Depending on the function. A lot of things going to be going on.
So the place. So in terms of the land size, how is it?
The land is actually over a little acre and a half.
Okay.
Yes.
So you mean 4 lots and a half?
It's
Yeah,
more
because
than
4.
It's almost it's almost like 5 or 6 because it's going. That's what I say. It's a little more.
Yeah, a little more.
Yes. Yes. So this is where, right here, we also want to extend this. Now, previously in the design, I actually laid this out. This was going to be the face of the property. I think I mentioned that earlier.
Yeah.
And then we turn it around because we made some adjustment for the school, so to make it look like center in the land on the land. So this here we're going to add more because now here will be restroom for the school, ground floor, and also upstairs will be some offices and whatnot. Pastor Bidel will also have an office over there and a restroom in the lobby as well. So that's what.
Great.
Yes. Right there, I think. But we're blessed to be part of this, to be part of this. I said this is a new city, that's growing gradually, and over the time, years to come, and before you know it, it'll be well known. We have access to these property easily because the roads are very challenging to get here. So the things, but it's a beautiful land. As you can
This is a call on the Ministry of Public Works.
Right. Well.
To at least help.
Right.
Amend the effort of
Yes.
Shiloh Global Ministry.
Yes.
That would be great.
To
this place has a natural beauty. Look, just look around you. See how those, I was a little kind of like hesitant or a little fussy to remove some trees, but we moved few
the palm
trees.
trees
It was
also help
necessary to
beautify the
to
land.
move them, but we said, you know what? We're not going to even some we replanted, plant some coconut trees and whatnot. Yeah, we really love this land. It's dry land. It's sitting up hill. If you go down, it shows where you have a little valley where we had, you know, the swamp area, and I thought that in the evening you can be around in the back of me, you can look,
enjoy the good
enjoy the
breeze.
breeze and whatnot. you
Yeah.
know? Yeah.
And what is so amazing, they have so many children around here, many of them.
Yeah, not in school. So this
So,
So this project will actually bring relief to several children who are now in school, providing them education through
Right.
the Shiloh Global Ministry.
Yes.
So well, wherever you are following, this is Underprivileged Africa, and we are live here in Marshall, touring construction work of the Shiloh Global Ministry Center and School project. We is now we just now going.
okay, be careful.
So
The truck,
Reverend
the truck.
and Pastor Fidel
Yeah, I just
are the owners of the Shiloh Global Ministry, and they are doing extremely well here in the Marshall community, building schools and
so
in
after
the center.
when we first acquired the land, the first thing we thought about doing, we deemed unnecessary, was bidders.
Yeah.
You know, we decided
safeguard
not
the
to-
project.
Right, not to.
Yeah.
We didn't intend to carry so high, but just to make sure that no one.
So the land goes
crossing
all the
line.
way
So
down
All the
there.
way
It
down
goes
where
all
the
the
trees
way
are.
down, and
It's all the way.
yeah.
Wow, it's very, very big.
This
So
is,
in terms of parking space and all of
yeah, we
that.
have all of that.
Yeah.
And the way the building is going to be situated now, you got a lot of parking lots here, and 40 yard and stuff.
So you have 2 bedrooms and a large storage.
Oh yeah, I'm seeing this.
Right. It was actually garage. Yeah, it's a garage, but we used
So for those watching and want to be of help to the Shiloh Global Ministry, so Reverend BD are going to tell you again how you can be of help to this huge initiative of building the capacity of underprivileged children in this part of Liberia, besides the Marshall community, Margibi. So Reverend,
We have a website. It's called ShilohGirlsMinistry.org. And once you go on the site, you're going to see all the information is posted there, all information. And you can also 348-8382. That's my number in the U.S.
are you active on Facebook?
Yes, we have Facebook. The Facebook is the Shiloh Girls Ministry Facebook. You're going to see that here. We also have the Cash App, and we have Zelle. So we have everything. Just go on the website and you have all the information posted.
Thank you so much, Reverend.
Okay.
So this is Front Page, and we are still here in Marshall community, where the Shiloh Global Ministry Center and School construction is now taking place. Yeah, so go ahead.
Since you mentioned,
Oh yeah,
Um,
those several Liberians like to be or support to these kind of initiatives
right,
that has to do with impacting the lives
right.
of underprivileged and all of that. So you care telling us how they can be a part in terms of supporting the Shiloh
Well,
Global Ministry?
I think that Pastor Bidet
Yeah,
had
she said
stated
something.
earlier,
Yeah.
this project is coming, so we don't have any funds set aside. So we're using personal money and so forth to bless the children in the community in the future. So I love what is going on. But if you want to donate a bag of cement, which is about $8.50 a bag, if you want to donate,
Yeah, 850 cents.
yes,
Yeah.
you know, US dollars.
Mhm.
If you want to donate a crushed rock, which is $65 a blade, or sand, which is maybe $30 plus delivery. You know, so those are the things we're talking about. You know, any amount that you would contribute, it'll be helpful, and we appreciate that.
Great.
But most of all, just keep us in prayers.
Yes.
Yeah.
Of all things, just pray.
Yeah.
Pray, there's nothing impossible.
Yeah, sure.
We can make this.
Yeah. So again, the Shiloh Global Ministry is also calling on the Ministry of Public Works to see how they too can form part of this initiative by developing a road here.
Yes.
Right.
So several huge projects is now taking place in this part of Margibi. So what's the name of this community?
We know it to be Flocos Town.
So this is the Flocos Town in Margibi County, Flocos Town community
But we get
in Marshall.
right. We're still trying to get all the names familiarize ourselves with.
Yeah,
Because
so
they're little communities, so we need to
yeah.
with the chief of the town, which is Flocos Town.
Mhm.
But I think when you come a little further on this side, it might be a little different from what he controls. So
Okay.
we get to find about generally when you access this place, it's Flocos Town. And when you come further, remember we took another road today. I think it's going through another town. So we need to get all this together. But you understand it's a little challenging getting here. So whichever way, public works, you already mentioned,
Yeah.
kind of look into it to have easy access to bringing building material. I just have a tire over there. I might have rolled over something, I think, while we were on air.
Yeah.
You heard that, so I got to go deal with that. So,
Yes.
yes.
Because we spend more on transportation than the tourists. Can you imagine?
Yeah, because
Yes.
the place is not really accessible. So
Yeah.
obviously, those wanting to take the risk to come here will have to charge higher amount to bring your goods here.
That's
Exactly.
correct.
Yep.
Yes.
Okay. So there you have it. Well, we want to say thanks as always to our followers for following From Beach Africa as we remain committed, abreasting you with accurate balance and concise news as it unfolds. So thank you for following, and we're going to take a very short break.